Welcome everyone to the 9th episode of the Roaring Catalorian Show. Welcome, Lewis. How are you doing today?
Great, awesomeity.
Awesome. Let's play some Catalorian tunes that were designed by the community with AI. We'll let people start rolling in here, and then we'll get started.
Building up the block, we hustle and we flow. From sunrise to the night, we let that energy glow. Ain't no room for cheats, push them out, let them know. Catalorian mindset, steady grind, we grow. Community grinding, never gonna stop. We'll see you at the top, rise above the lot. We all win together, solid in our ways. Catalorian wins, no matter what they say. Forging strong bonds, ain't no breaking these chains. Got each other's backs through the losses and gains. Keep the vision clear, unafraid of the pains. Focused on the summit, clear skies, no rains. Community grinding, never gonna stop. We'll see you at the top, rise above the lot. We all win together, solid in our ways. Catalorian wins, no matter what they say. Hands in the dirt, plans in the brain. Sweat on the brow, repelling the rain. Focused and fierce, we break every chain. Together we rise, no loss in vain. Push up the cheeks, make them buy high. We stay grounded while they aim for the sky. In unity we prosper, together we fly. Catalorian spirit, our future never dry. Forging strong bonds, ain't no breaking these chains. Got each other's backs through the losses and gains. Keep the vision clear, unafraid of the pains. Focused on the summit, clear skies, no rains. Forging strong bonds, ain't no breaking these chains. Got each other's backs through the losses and gains. Keep the vision clear, unafraid of the pains. Focused on the summit, clear skies, no rains.
I heard that whistle.
In the dirt, plans
Everyone retweet the room. Let's get a couple more people in here. We got our special guest Lewis in the house today. Can't wait to hear what he has to say. We'll get into the market update shortly.
Focused and fierce, we break every chain. Together we rise, no loss in vain. Hands in the dirt, plans in the brain. Sweat on the brow, repelling the rain. Focused and fierce, we break every chain. Together we rise, no loss in vain. Hands in the dirt, plans in the brain.
Doesn't that get you fired up, Lewis?
Yeah. Woo.
I love that one. A community member made that before the original trailer came out. So if you're new to Catalorian, we had a AAA animator that worked for Netflix and Sony make our Elon Musk Catalorian trailer, right? And this community member made that trailer prior to it, and it really got fired up. But I think sometimes I'd be waking up and I'd be singing that song.
Yeah. Nice.
So look, we got 50 people on already. Thanks for joining. Today we'll start with a little market update. We'll go through some charts, and we'll hear from Lewis, see what he's up to, see what he's seeing in the market, what Elon Musk is up to, what Trump's up to. We have a nice little show today, and we'll do a Catalorian update in there as well. Let me just share my screen. There we go. So look, we're on a down day today. I'm just going to turn off my camera for a second while I go through here. So S&P 500, we've had a nice rally over the last week. We've heard over the last week there was a bit of tariff relief, so that really helped the S&P 500. It looks like, I think when I was talking last week, I said we might rally up to the 200-day moving average. And if things are really good, you get like that total V rally. But most likely you come back and you retest and do a little bit of a double bottom. So it looks like we're going to at least fill this gap here. The markets love filling these gap ups and gap downs. So we'll go probably retest this 564, and depending on what Trump does, and I think April 2nd is the tariff day. If he goes hard or extends them again, that will determine where we bottom out here on the S&P 500. If we want to go to gold quickly, which is my favorite, we're consolidating in this beautiful flag pattern above 3,000. It was almost like all-time highs every single day. So you see people rotating into real assets. Even if you look at copper, copper today hit an all-time high, and Trump actually signed an executive order about copper domestic production. So that's, I think, going to fuel all critical elements, both from a military perspective and in general nature. You might see sector rotation from tech stocks into real world assets. And then we'll go into King Bitcoin, which is always my favorite. And as you can see, it's almost identical to the S&P 500, except a lot more volatile. We love volatility, though, because you can trade it if you are a trader, or just buy the dips if you're a long-term dollar cost averager. So I've talked about this major support here in previous shows, that 70 to 72 range. I always thought it might come back down and retest that, but we had beautiful capitulation about 2 weeks ago on this like 76,000 number, and it lined up right on this long-term trend line that I had drawn for a while, and it was really close to that support level based on volume. These bars on the left are volume weighted average price indicators, so you can see exactly where your support is. No matter what type of chart is, whatever you're trading, things are based on supply and demand. So you can see where that supply and demand is on the left-hand side. This is a paid feature on tradingview.com. If you're actually looking for it, you got to sign up for the yearly subscription to get that data. But it's one of my favorite metrics. I think in any market, price and volume dictate. You can draw all these moving averages on the charts as much as you want, but it's really supply and demand that dictates any asset class. So if I just zoom in here a little bit, we did break through that 200-day moving average. It looks like it's flagging a bit, but I imagine it's going to correct a bit with the markets here. Maybe retest this trend line. Like, that would be bullish if it didn't like come all the way down and then back up. If Trump, which I'm calling tariff man right now, if he relaxes those tariffs and the market can see that there's more clarity long term, something to trade against, then we will be off to the races. And Solana, similar thing, a bit more volatile. It's corrected a bit more deep, obviously, than King Bitcoin. And Queen Ethereum, which I like to call her, obviously underperformed most assets in the crypto market over the last year. But this 2,000 level seems to be some pretty nice support here if we can hold. But we might come back down and test 1,800. And then hopefully when we do capitulate in the next week or so, if that does happen, I don't know which way it's going to go, but it looks like we're going into a bit of maybe a 1 or 2 week correction here, that ETH outperforms Bitcoin, right? I love following the Bitcoin to ETH, or is it Bitcoin to ETH ratio, right? And you can see Bitcoin versus Ethereum has been like outperforming big time. And I would like to see that roll over, so then people rotate more into DeFi and memes like Catalorian. Catalorian's been actually bottoming nice as well. We had a big move up over the weekend, up to almost 600K here market cap, and we've been consolidating in this like 400 to 600K market cap since March 11th. So this looks to be like a nice bottoming pattern for Catalorian as well. And a lot of the core members of the community and team have been buying Catalorian. So we're controlling more of the supply so that when we do launch our next products and when we actually get a market back on Ethereum, we'll be that meme people look to. We want to be that leader in the space, so people stop chasing these pump funds and actually believe in something, right? So that's a quick market update. It seems like sometimes we have these shows on correction days, but that's fine. Corrections are healthy parts of the market. You need them, and it's a good time if you do have cash sitting on the sidelines to average into your favorite both meme coins and utility coins. So with Catalorian, obviously we think we have one of the best memes out there. Elon Musk, if you're new to Catalorian or new to the show, he actually prompted Grok and said, generate a self-defense space cat with the text Catalorian. The Catalorian image was prompted. It was born. Catalorian was the very first meme on chain. And ever since, we've sought out to fulfill Elon Musk's dream when he retweeted new TV series. So we want to create that Mandalorian parody, you know, like Spaceballs back in the day, but now it's Catalorian. And we're focusing on Elon's mission and Elon's mission to Mars, right? And we've written 13 plus chapters of lore. We have a few audio books out. And what we were actually hoping this week it'd be released, but we're shooting for next week now. We've built 2 games with only using Grok that are like space launching games. We have a chopstick. I call it Operation Chopstick, so you can catch the rocket, and we might have a Cybertruck in there pulling the rocket. So these games were designed strictly with Grok so we can get Elon Musk's attention and to be a fun interactive game for the community that we can shill on X and Twitter and really get the Catalorian message out there. I also mentioned in the past we were working on the white paper. That's 95% done. We've shipped it out to a few VC firms, venture capital firms. We're getting a lot of interest on the investment side, especially at these prices, right? So we're actually looking for the right partner, and hopefully we can mention that once we do get that investment into Catalorian. We'll use those proceeds for both marketing, but more importantly, to build our AI team. So within Catalorian AI Productions, we're building a suite of tools that could help us build our TV series, AI tools, similar to Kling AI and all these other products that you have to pay for. We want to build those in-house for the community so we can keep our design and the Catalorian image consistent, and people can also be part of the journey, right? If we're all creating videos at ease, we could snip those into the storyline and actually create that film series and eventually an AI generated movie. And my goal always was like, if we can get a film in the AI festival, then like that would be ideal. But obviously that's down the road. We really need to build out this text to video first, let the community test it, make sure our designs are proper, and get the meme message out to the world. So Catalorian obviously can stand on its own as a meme, but we really want to build utility behind that and get people excited about that. So there's something for everyone. Lewis, how's your day going, man?
It's going great so far. Just really excited about the project. I hear Roaring Tech mention all the good developments, and man, that's just, to me, is just the icing on the cake, because again, what we have in Catalorian being, you know, just the historical significance of this project, the fact that it was the genesis moment on the blockchain. Soon after Elon created the meme with Grok AI, we were on ETH within a couple of minutes. So it's a classic token on a classic chain on ETH, and so it's so valuable. I mean, it's not even. It's when I look at it compared to just what's out there in the meme space, just in crypto, it's just so solid.
Yeah, and to put it into perspective, like Elon has shilled a lot of coins, right? Doge, of course, is the king of memes. Shib, Floki, you have Kekius, right? And I think Catalorian, once people realize that Elon actually prompted it, and if he actually acknowledges that, starts building XTV, like Catalorian can really send on those certain aspects, right? But I wanted to mention one thing before I forget. So I'll share my screen again. The inspiration between or for the Roaring Catalorian show was actually Keith Gill from he was the Roaring Kitty, and he blew up the GameStop short squeeze, right? Or created that short squeeze, created that momentum. And we really want to build that momentum with the community, similar to what he did back in the day, and really fighting against, going against people's, like the man, like those bankers that were controlling everything and not giving back to the people. I guess the words I'm looking for is we want Catalorian to be by the people, for the people, right? That's when we originally started the CTO, that was the message, right? Catalorian versus the cabal. And this is a shout out to Keith Gill. And I want to share today, I forgot to do this in my charting updates. Where is it here? GME. So they smashed earnings today, as well as they announced that they can now purchase Bitcoin on their balance sheet and keep it part of the treasury. So in a sea of red on the stock market today, where you have Tesla down 5%, Reddit down 4%, Palantir down 4.5%, GME's up 11%. I think at one point it hit almost $30, which is like up 16%. And if the market wasn't down due to like tariff scares, this would actually, I think, start sending meme coins again. So keep an eye out on GME. We always support them, support what their vision is, and we hope that translates into the meme market in the coming weeks. Sorry to interrupt you there, Lewis, but take it away.
Yeah, that's the bigger picture. And as far as the markets are concerned, you were talking about markets. On March 13th, between March 11th and through the 13th, those couple of days, we were at extreme fear, and that was basically the near-term bottom. BTC is up 16% since then, and a lot of people, they were extreme fear and they were fearful, so they didn't buy that good capitulation, those good dips that we had, and that very well could have been the bottom. We may retest it, but we may not. That could have been it. And so what's important for crypto is the macro. S&P 500. We touched on the 50% up to 50, I think 58, 35. We just touched on that. If we get above that, close above that, it should run again. And what's really been a predictor of this is the global liquidity index, the global the M2.
Oh yeah, my favorite indicator. I forgot to even mention that. Good.
Oh yeah, and you know what? It precedes the market by about 10 weeks. And so I mentioned this on the last show. I said on the 24th, we should see a bounce, because that's the 10-week mark for the global liquidity index, indicating where the market should head. On a macro level, that's the equities, and of course that affects.
Oh wow!
BTC,
so when we were capitulating almost 2 weeks ago or 10 days ago, what was the number you said that it actually leads?
10 weeks.
Oh, 10 weeks. So 10 weeks ago.
Yeah, 10 weeks. It leads 10 weeks. So March 24th was the day, and that was Monday, and we got that bounce. And so whether it's going to be sustained and we're going to continue from here is still yet to be seen. But what it's telling us that we should see a run in the market all the way through to May, the middle of May. And so just an awesome opportunity, as far as Catalorian is concerned, here we are sub 500,000 market cap. I mean, that's a gift. The only reason, we're at these levels besides the broader market tanking, we had some Nero whales that were holding Catalorian, and then, the market's tanked, so Nero tanked as well. And so I think some of those people to support their positions and these different memes like Nero, they sold some of their Catalorian. So that kind of created an artificial lower level where we are now. And it's really just I think a tremendous opportunity, because really the intrinsic value of this token is really still unquantified. It's really an under the radar ultra gem. It's really kind of an opportunity to acquire what's surely going to be, I feel, could be a blue chip token, just because of it's uniquely valuable because it has something that nobody else has. The person with the most mind share that's in the news the most. Elon Musk
speaking of the news,
created
Lewis, what's Elon up to this week and over the last few days, and anything interesting between him and Grok, anything like that?
As far as him and Grok, I'm not so sure of that. I
don't mean him and Grok together, but have you seen anything recently that excites you about what he's up to?
Oh yeah, what excites me is his continued fight for reform, his fight for fighting the cabal. Just like that's why this project is so amazing. He created it right at the same time that he was campaigning for Trump, fighting the cabal. The big cabal in the political machine, the establishment that really doesn't care about anybody else except their own pockets, right? So here they are fighting for reform. And that was his first mission. He said he needed to make sure Trump won because it's important so he could, save civilization. We could save civilization. He said that if Trump didn't win, we would lose civilization as we know it. Meaning basically, they would go after freedom of speech, censorship, all the stuff. He put himself out in the line, bought X, lost, I forget, he lost like $40 billion initially with a advertiser boycott. And then they asked him, hey, what's more important? What about the advertisers? They're leaving. I mean, isn't that important? He said, hey, the truth is more important. You don't get it. He was talking to a BBC reporter, and the BBC reporter was trying to get him to and he said, hey, what about you guys? Isn't truth important to you? But anyhow, so yeah, his fight for reform.
Yeah, that was huge for me. Like, that whole let's fight the cabal. Look, cabal's been around for centuries. That word, it's essentially good versus evil. And when we originally CTO'd Catalorian, we had a mission against the cabal, not only supporting like Elon's mission against the cabal of, look, flying in illegals for voting, not asking for voting ID, censoring freedom of speech, like you mentioned, which actually happens in Canada every single day. Like we're going through an election right now, but like our current government launched a few bills where you can't even get news on Facebook anymore. They're blocking social media. You have to be careful what you say on there. And I'm worried here if we don't get a conservative government, we could lose X/Twitter. Like they might ban it up here. So if you can, we would love Elon to come help up in the Great White North and actually support a government that supports free speech and supports actual development and moving the country forward. I think if the conservatives here get in, then Trump will be a lot more friendly to a government that respects him, right? I think Trump just wants respect back, and that's why he's playing hardball with the tariffs, right? But not to go off track on a political rant here. It's really good versus evil, and we could find pockets which Catalorian will support and has always supported. So when we CTO'd it, there was a group of individuals that just go around pumping coins and then rugging them, and people lose all their money. I was actually in the original Cabal coin. I was getting rugged. I probably pulled it out halfway or even like 80% down. And I just got fortunate that I saw this Catalorian CTO, which was probably at the price levels it is now, between now and 700K. And I just saw a group of people that were like, no, this is the first one on chain. It's Elon's vision. And this meme is just too good to let die. So we had that mission to really bring transparency to the blockchain, and that's what crypto is all about. It's about being transparent. Everything's on chain, and it's sound money, right? Bitcoin, Ethereum are sound money, and with the meme Catalorian, it's also on chain on Ethereum. It can never be altered. The LP is burned, and no one person controls the supply. So it will increase with the value of the community and the value of Catalorian over time. And that's what I'm excited about.
Yeah, that's really exciting. And that's how we started, with a lot of excitement, because the community took over and it moved. It was beautiful. You know, Elon had just created it, and that's right at the height of where he was campaigning for Trump, again, fighting their own cabal. And so everything aligned beautifully. We were fighting the cabal, the clone cabal of Catalorian. And so we took over, the community took over. And soon after that, already we were doing a charity initiative, wounded dogs for wounded warriors, all these great things. Ran up to 22 million.
Yeah, and I want to bring that back too, Lewis. Once we get our foundation in and start rocking, we're going to have to bring back the charity aspect, because that's really important to me in my life as well. I've been fortunate in both the crypto market and real world financially, so I would love to give back. That's why I'm here. Obviously, I want to make a little bit of money with Catalorian, but I also want to change how things are done. And I want to build a legacy with Catalorian. So that's why I'm here, Lewis.
Awesome. And, and that's why I'm here as well. It's being part of a project that has a purpose. It's not just a make money thing. And especially because of what it stands for. It's really Catalorian being the self-defense space cat that's created by Elon himself. It's emblematic. It represents his mission to act in the defense of freedoms, expose corruption, and save civilization, as he puts it. So we align with all of his values, and the values also of Donald Trump. That's why Elon backs him so wholeheartedly, because he knows he's a good man. And that, in fact,
and when you just reminded me, like when Trump almost got assassinated, when you saw him rally at the convention afterwards, you just saw the change, I think, in Trump's attitude as well on life, and him around his children and grandchildren. And I truly believe even though sometimes he doesn't say the proper things, because, he's put on the spot a lot, and maybe he doesn't say the right things, but I know he means well, and he's in these next 4 years, he's shooting towards a goal, right? And it might be rocky in between that, but with Elon by his side, I think they're going to create a platform that will be similar to, the roaring 20s, where it was an industrial boom. We're going to have this technological boom revelation with both space going to Mars and AI, right? So I think Catalorian is the meme that intersects both AI, TV production, and going to Mars, because we
Oh,
are the
absolutely.
self-defense space cadet.
Yeah, we have all of those metas, which is amazing. You know, number one, the movement meta. That's where all the mind share is right now. With Elon's influence right now at its peak, his push for reform and his vision for technology, his fight against corruption, it's all over the news. We ride the wave, you know, making Catalorian not just relevant, but it's essential to the narrative. And then, you know, the space aspect, you know, he's going to be the first cat to set paw on Mars, you know, Catalorian. I wouldn't, you know, and I look forward to Elon mentioning that again. You know, he's going to, you know, he created him a space cat. It'll come up, especially with the Mars mission. And, you know, and back talking about Trump, you know, being a good man, at his inauguration, he said, I want my legacy to be of a peacemaker and a unifier. And so he said, you know, he's fighting hard right now to make peace between Ukraine and Russia. And the main reason for no more death. He goes, I don't want people to die. You know, the guy has a good heart. People think he's this like ruffian, but I know he's a very compassionate guy because
I think that's media disinformation. Like you see a lot of like headlines that distort what he actually says. Even Elon, they distort what he says, and then it gets people angry. There's a lot of anger and hatred in the world, and when you put out headlines that trigger people, it angers them, and they rally against that party or that person. And look, that could happen with anything, with any business, with any Google review. You know what I mean? Any bad tweet that gets distorted. You've seen people on crypto Twitter get like destroyed, right?
So Elon has good judgment, and what Elon says about Trump, he says he's a good man. Okay, and then Elon's values, if you read his quotes, just Google Elon's quotes, and they're mostly about doing the right thing, and truth, and all the good higher values. So this is what attracted me, really made me really bullish on this project, because that's the stuff that I love, you know. And he created this Catalorian, and he called it the self-defense space cat. And then right at the height, when he was, you know, campaigning with Trump to say, when I say save civilization, those are his words, quote unquote, to save civilization, and for the betterment of humanity, again, his words. And so all of that, you know, is such great stuff for Catalorian, because it has all of the narratives, of Elon and his fight to save, you know, to better humanity for, you know, with free speech, and his technology with Neuralink, so blind people can see, and people who are crippled will be able to walk. I mean, amazing things, all these good things. And then Trump, you know, wanting to be remembered as a peacemaker, his legacy to be of a peacemaker. And here we have our self-defense space cat, who's emblematic and representative of all of those higher values, all those great things. And historically, again, it's great that it's a unique intrinsic value that this token has that no other token has. The fact that Elon created it, and within 2 minutes, it was on the blockchain. So it's not just a token, it's a piece of digital history. It's just an awesome project. And
that's a lovely way to say it. A piece of digital history. I like that. You know, you're collecting a meme token. Obviously, it has a lot of potential on the utility side, but it's historic at the same time that Elon. It was like the first time he created a meme with Grok in a period where he was fighting against the cabal and also going to space. And he wanted a self-defense space cat with a parody of Star Wars, right? A parody of the Mandalorian. So look, I think there's something something for everyone at Catalorian. And I think that's what makes it as well so exciting. But
look. What is exciting, Roaring Tech, is the fact that Trump and Elon right now, that's where the mind share is. They're the cool brand where the world's attention is locking in. It's a true movement. And most people, politicians, corporations, the tech titans, investors, they don't want to be on the wrong side. So it's unwise to bet against it. So it's an exciting, gratifying, and empowering moment in history for, freedom-loving people, the populace, because it's basically a populist movement, no longer the establishment, the country club Republicans, or basically the populist movement, the working man who desire representative governments. And, and so what they're aiming to do is basically just giving power back to the people with having less regulations, more freedom of speech, lower taxes. You keep your own money rather than giving it to bureaucrats that waste it and spend it corruptly. And so with, the way I look at it with Catalorian, we've got the vehicle to invest in the movement and join, be a part of a passionate community with shared values and goals.
100%. No, I think you said that perfect. And I think Catalorian's on the right side of history with both Elon and Trump. So I'm excited to see over the next, call it 3.5 years, how things play out and how this mission to Mars unfolds. And with all these test rockets, look, we would love to get Catalorian on the side of those.
How exciting is that? Oh yeah. Also at the inauguration, Trump said, "Yeah, we're going to plant the flag on Mars. The U.S. flag on Mars." And there's Elon in the background with his arms up in there. Yeah. At the inauguration, That was so awesome. And
that's wild. I love that stuff.
So that's the other part of Catalorian. It's the space defense cat. So he's going to be the first cat to put his paw on Mars. And so we're right there with all of it. So it's just so exciting. It's awesome.
For sure. And just want to give before we end it off here, give a shout out to one of our original Catalorian members, OG. He's building something fun in the background right now. He's the one who wrote the Catalorian lore. So excited to see him and what he's building, and hopefully when it's ready, he'll come out and give one of his famous speeches again. So I'm excited for that. I think that's what really got the people going, is when we did these spaces, OG would come and listen, similar to like how you're talking, Lewis, and he would just give these almost like sermons, almost Catalorian sermons. They were great, and people really loved them. And I want to get back into that stuff as well. Including charity and getting back into giving to people, right? And along that road, we will be successful. So just to wrap it up, I'm going to give a quick update on what's to come. So we are building these 2 little fun Grok games that are 100% built on Grok, so we can claim that and start playing them, tweeting them out, getting Elon's attention that, look, this team built out this really cool Grok game. This little arcade style that has a Starship and a Tesla. It's really fun. And we are talking to investors right now. So we're looking to raise a couple 100,000 that will help fuel Catalorian. So probably 50% will go into buying up the supply, so we can, with our investors, control another 10% on top of probably the already 20 to 30% that the core community members own. And then we can put a good chunk of that into marketing and design, and then have a pool of funds for our AI team and hire more devs to really get this thing on that Mars mission, right? The whole team has been building on their own time, but we really felt it's actually time to get investment and accelerate the development in behind the scenes. And if we could really build a proper text to video platform and get up the design of Catalorian correct, then the community could come have fun with that, build their own stories within the lore, and be a part of the film series and movies that we plan to make one day. So I think it's all going to get kickstarted over the next 2 weeks. So really excited about that. And Lewis, thanks again for coming on. It's always a great talk with you. So appreciate that, man.
Yeah, it was fun. And I just want to say, hey, shout out to the community where you guys are always there putting in the grind, and just keep at it, man. You know, anybody who's investing, anybody who's listening is going to jump in this ultra gem at an amazing entry point right now, where you can, just get a nice bag of it. Jump on the Telegram and get the word out. Share, tell your friends to visit the Telegram, and just be excited about something that's going to be just something really awesome going forward.
Yeah, come talk to us. Come in the TGS questions. We're always here to help out, and if you want to work together, we're always open to partnerships and fun things like that. So what I loved saying before is like a rising tide lifts all boats, and JFK actually made that famous. He didn't coin the phrase, but he was the one that made it popular. And with JFK files actually just being released, which is quite interesting. That's probably for another show. But look, appreciate all 400 people that showed up today. I really appreciate the support, and we're going to keep building, grinding, and delivering awesome times at Catalorian. So appreciate everyone showing up, and leave you off with our favorite song here. And have a great day, everyone.
Have a wonderful day, everybody. Have a blessed and
don't forget to buy the dips, Lewis.
I know. Definitely. I've been buying the dips. That's why all along. They're not so dips. Have a great day, everyone.
Cheers.
Don't forget, the truth will set you free.
We all went together, solid in our ways. Catalorian wins no matter what they say. Forging strong bonds, ain't no breaking these chains. Got each other's backs through the losses and gains. Keep the vision clear, unafraid of the pains. Focused on the summit.